Yo, it's Marco from Mayor. I hope your day is going well. I wanted to make this video for a while, but I want to make it now because I want to talk about Games Workshop. And look, again, you have a team of developers, you have multiple teams, okay? You have research, you have development, you have people that are play testing all the time, okay? And now you have your app, and you also have your paperback, so your codexes and stuff, okay? Yo, GW, is somebody over there thinking? Because you have such an opportunity here, and let me explain. There are many players, okay? There are many the gathering player. No, there are many players, okay, in 40K that guess what? They still play Rogue Trader, first, second, and third, fourth, fifth edition. I just played a couple of weeks ago a game of fifth edition. Sixth, seventh edition. Sixth edition was cool. You could ally with it. You had Teldar, okay? Tau Eldar, and that was ridiculous. It was super fun though, okay? Here's the thing, guys, okay? You all, and if GW won't do it, somebody should do it in the in our group of all these players, right? Because I'm sure somebody can do this, and this is a idea from me to you guys, to the world of Games Workshop, okay? From 4th edition, okay, 5th, 6th, and 7th, you had the same standard of gameplay. In other words, if I had a 4th edition codex, I could legitimately use it in 5th, 6th, and 7th, okay? Even though you didn't want to because the power creep did come up, okay? But GW back then, when they did 5th, and then 6th, guess what? We were still using the old codex. It wasn't till towards the end of 6th edition when they started making brand new codexes in the way you kind of know them now, hardback, graphic in the front, whoever the faction is, right? So if it's Eldar here, Eldar and whatever. And then for a while they were making sub-factions. So you had Scions, Harlequins, I mean, all these sub-factions they were making. And even went from 7th into 8th, okay? And then, so this block of playing, the gameplay was the same from 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, okay? You could use the same codex, and it was the same standard, the same keywords. 7th edition changed a little bit, but pretty much if you had one codex, you could play it in 5th edition. You could play it. They could go back and forth, okay? 8th edition comes. 8th and 9th edition are the same. You can pretty much use an 8th edition codex in 9th edition and 9th edition in 8th edition. They could go back and forth. So if you had an index, right, of Khosar Khan on a bike for White Scars, well, I could take that and put it into my White Scars in 9th edition, right? They were the same battle sheets, the same everything, okay? The data sheets, the same, okay? 10th edition is different now, okay? So 10th edition is a completely different game. And by the way, guys, it's not just for 40K, okay? This is also for fantasy. Fantasy went all the way to 9th, as I think it's 9th edition. And then Uthon got exploded. It turned into Age of Sigmar. And then Age of Sigmar was from Age of Sigmar 1, 2, 3, right? The same type of game. We use the same type of battle tomes. And now there's 4th edition. And 4th edition does not use the same type of battle tome as it did in the past. So you cannot bring the battle tomes from Age of Sigmar 1, 2, 3 into 4th edition. And you can't go backwards. But for 3, 2, and 1, those that ecosystem can intermingle the same type of battle tome. So I could take a third edition battle tome and play it in first edition using their point values and the first edition General's Handbook. Okay, so if, let's say you want to play a real basic version of Age of Sigmar with the newer battle tomes, you could. They were intermingled. Okay, and so now you have brand new games in both Age of Sigmar and 40K. Brand new principles, brand new stats. The way you read the stats is not the same. Okay, it's a brand new game. Why am I mentioning this? Okay, why am I going from 4th, 5th, and 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, 10th, and then, you know, on and so forth? Okay. GW, are you guys in the business of making money? Or are you in the business of, honestly, putting models in a Legends line is fine if you're going forward, right? I get it. But it doesn't mean that model line has to end, guys. Hello? You know what? I'll tell you this. If I was the CEO of Games Workshop, okay, and I'm sure you're making millions of dollars. So if you happen to see this video, this is for you. Take this idea as a freebie from a candidate that's running for mayor in El Paso, Texas. Okay, that's, you know, I'm a chef, but I'm also I'm quasi politician. I'm running for mayor. Okay, this idea is yours. Take it, run with it. If GW was smart, this is an ecosystem that exists. Why not produce codexes for your ecosystems? That's just begging for money. There's a lot of people that like 5th edition, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th edition, right? Well, make codexes for those editions. Oh, but it's too, you know, GW back then, with the people that existed back then, the reason there was more longevity is because they actually put more attention into the game. That's where the game was more complex in 4th, 5th, and 6th and 7th. Okay, it's a different game. It's a much harder game. It's a more gratifying game. It's a better game all around. But it's a very tactical game, and it requires you to learn a lot. First off, okay, the battle systems are different. It's not an easy game to learn, but it's a very fun game to learn. And I love 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's my favorite style of gameplay. Okay, 8th and 9th are okay. It's a very, here, let's just take what was good, make it more simple, and boom. And now 10th edition is literally like 40K for dummies. Okay, and that's fine. I'm not belittling anybody. I'm just saying I get it. Attention spans becomes less because of TikTok, and now your average person only can concentrate about 15-second intervals. So if you're, you know, I'm 50. When I was growing up, we only had books. Really, TV would end. So if you're up late at night like myself, and you didn't have a Nintendo or a gaming system, which back then you had Atari 2600, Tandy, and ColecoVision, and Nintendo didn't even exist until the 80s, late 80s, maybe mid 80s, like 84, 85, maybe even 82. Okay, but we read. We went and got in. I remember we had a huge encyclopedia set, and I would go over that thing so much because I loved it. Every year we got brand new ones, and they would add new stuff to it. Okay, guys, listen. The point of this video is for whoever's at GW. Okay, don't let opportunities go to waste, guys. We don't take the things that you've created and throw them in the garbage. Digitally, you can do that. You know, now it's I guess it's easier. You will go into 10th edition because we don't support that now. Okay, and I get it. That's fine. But guys, you're not Magic the Gathering. Okay, you're a model company, and the models have a longevity. They're not like cards, and even the cards have a longevity, right? This is why the game is made in a sustainable way, where Magic the Gathering has had a longevity through different formats. Okay, I own the card. I can play with the card whenever. I own the model. I can play with the model whenever, right? And then you make a Legends format and your model flew back there and whatever. Guys, why? Why let such opportunities go to waste? If you don't want that model in the new ecosystem going forward, cool, I get it. I don't agree with it. Okay, I hate the Legends rule. But guys, you know how you alleviate those problems? And now you can spread out the love? Make codexes for all those. Make, hey, 7th edition redo. Hey, you like 6th edition? 6th edition redo. 5th edition redo. 8th edition redo. 9th edition redo. How about do a mega 8th and 9th edition with all these combined rules, and you can just pick and choose from however you can literally custom build your game. Oh, I like these rules from 8th and 9th, and oh, you know what? I didn't like the way you could do this, but I love this, but I also like this, right? And now 10th, you're going forward. You have your own ecosystem. That's its own ecosystem now. Okay. That is a plethora just waiting there, because yes, you do want people to buy new models, right? But guess what's going to happen, guys? As people are in these model lines, right, in these games, you're not restricted. You've created the rule set. It's not a heresy to go backwards, and you own the IP, you own the format, you own the game, you own the rules. Make rules, make codexes for 4th, 5th, and 6th, 7th, right? Hey, we're gonna do a redo 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th because it's its own ecosystem. It played the same through those codexes, right? Each of those editions played the same. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Make codex or make a single codex, right? Guess what GW is doing? We're making a 4th, 5th, 6th edition redo. We're a mega redo of 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Solidifying the rules. Boom. Here's a brand new old edition, or whatever you want to call it. Here's a combined edition of 9th. And again, you can make it where it's hey, this is a combination of 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And now you can pick and choose, right? So let's say you make it digital, right? Because a lot of people have their own code. They have their rules and they have their codexes still that exist. And they play in those games, okay, guys? Regardless of your moving forward. There's some people that only play in that format. Take advantage. We made this super rule set for these 4 rule sets. And now, through a digital domain, you can go there and pick little things. Oh, you like the in 6th edition, you like the ally chart? Well, now you can put it in your game. Oh, you like this? Oh, you like these things? Bam, 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 bam. And custom make your own 40K 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th edition experience. Make it easy, you know. Don't make it too complicated. But take the cool things. Hey, you like this block? You like this block? Here's a custom game now. Bam, 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 bam. Same thing for 8th and 9th. Oh, you like this in 8th? You like the way the wounds were allocated in 8th? Oh, you like this? You don't like the charging? Oh, you like the fact that you can move and shoot, and then little things like that. Oh, I like this. Let's see. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Now you have a custom built game in 8th and 9th, and going forward in 10th, going forward, right? I'm sure you'll change the game in maybe 1 or 2 or 3 sets, right? To keep it fresh. But you don't have to stop making the rules, the codexes, guys. How cool would it be to have a brand new Grey Knights codex for 5th, 6th, and 7th? You don't have to include 4th. Screw it. Take that out. Just go 5th, 6th, 7th. Here's a codex for that block. This and give each block its own name. The Armageddon block, the this block, the this block, you know. And as it's growing, you could even say early 40K, mid 40K, late 40K. And guess what, guys? Now you can, oh, excuse me. You can even tie it in now to 30K. Now you can even go 30, 40, 40 and now, and you can separate it by age. Okay, guys? But you can keep making codexes for all of these ages. And all these people that own all of these models, guys, guess what? They're not going to be disappointed and thinking, hey, they just trashed my model line by throwing it into Legends, you know. I went and looked at the Legends chart and the things that they threw in there. So here, have some bikes. So since we blew them up here, this is your stat line for it. And it's stupid, guys. Okay, it sucks. It's glib. It's stupid. I hate that chart, and it sucks. Okay, I'm giving you an idea here that's gonna make you money, guaranteed. If you went back and did a 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th edition redo with brand new codexes, people would flock there. Because like myself, I love those editions. And there's people that only know 8th and 9th. If you did a block here, guess what? We're doing an 8th, 9th mega redo, new rules, new codexes for every faction that existed during that age, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Guys, think outside of the box, man. I'm just saying, you have the corporations, you have the means, you have the money. How about thinking of the fans? Okay, number one, that would go a long way to bringing in a lot of the fans back. You would make money because now you have 3 ecosystems, right? 5th, 6th, 7th, boom. 8th, 9th, boom, boom. And that goes along for Age of Sigmar, guys. Fantasy World, which you kind of did right now, right? You kind of went back and you did, that's what you did. Here, we're revisiting this. And now all of that is consolidated into this. Boom. Man, here's new codexes for all, and they're backward compatible. Oh, you want to go play in 9th edition when it was really complex Fantasy World? Bam. Oh, you like Age of Sigmar original when it wasn't so complicated? Bam. And that's its own ecosystem, right? The Fantasy World, the Age of Sigmar one. Now you're going forward. The new world, there's something with it too. I don't know what they're calling it, but it's moving away now. It's becoming different. Okay? And each age has its own concept. Again, Age of Sigmar 1, 2, and 3. And now you have 4th. It's its new ecosystem. So you can create new battle tomes for each ecosystem. And again, Age of Sigmar 1, 2, 3, redo, consolidate, and then again, I love this part from this rule and this from here and this, and now you can custom build your own games. It's all about customizing. It's all about accessibility to the things you've already bought, the things you've sold. Guys, don't try to be something that you're not. Be what you are. You're a model company. Take advantage of that. I mean, for fuck's sake, dude. Imagine, and I'm just saying, guys, special edition. Adeptus Astartes, brand new metal model line. Limited edition. Just harkening you back to the old times. And make those Primaris Metal Marines, but call them what we used to do them, right? Because back then you used to kit bash and make actual true size Marines, which were Primaris Marines. So we used to take Adeptus Astartes and cut them in certain ways and make them taller, so they looked more, they weren't so squatty, you know what I mean? You could do things like that, guys. Think outside of the box. What an opportunity for every single one of you employees working at Games Workshop, all the way from the bottom, the janitors, to just your average workers and your executives, to the CEO and vice president, okay? Especially you two knuckleheads there. Just sit there and you prioritize things that are not important to your game. Okay, ESG and diversity hiring and all this shit is not important to your gain. That's not important to your bottom line. Okay? You are a publicly traded model fantasy corporation gaming company. Act like it. Be proud of it. Abuse of all of your ecosystems and go back and make formats for everything, guys. Don't let it just die. Anyways, guys, that's my idea for 40K. For me, from a Mexican running for mayor in El Paso, Texas, Yaqui Native American. That's my gift to all of you Europeans over there in Britain that are in charge of GW, right? Or hopefully somebody in GW will look at this and be like, dude, this is gold. I'm going to go. So whoever sees this in GW and you think this is a great idea, it's for me to you. Go take it and run. And hopefully they love your idea enough that they're like, this dude's way smarter than the CEO we have right now. He should be in charge. Okay? Because I guarantee you, if I was in charge of GW, Games Workshop, our emphasis would be on models, constantly making codexes for every ecosystem that we've created, and never leaving out any of our fans that have invested into our company. Because it's important, guys, because without them, you don't exist. It's that simple. Be appreciative of the people that spend their hard-earned cash on your model lines, okay? Because I would rather, and I'll tell you this, I would rather buy a GW model than a stupid 3D printed, I hate GW, this is being spiteful, stupid shit, okay? Because if you guys took care of your model line and the people that are your fans, they wouldn't even, who gives a shit about people that are printing models? Good for you. I can just go to GW and get the real thing. And people would be proud. That's the thing about having a GW army. It makes you proud. It doesn't make you proud when GW is taking your investments and throwing them in the garbage. And they don't even support it. They support it by making a stupid one sheet of paper. Okay, somebody went in there and said, oh, fuck, dude, they're so angry. Just make this, that, and do these stat lines, and that's it, done. No, guys, that's not taking care of the problem, okay? That's being freaking lazy and not doing your due diligence to take care of your jobs and the business that you've inherited from those people that busted their ass before you, okay, before you got there. All this existed. It just didn't happen because you got there. Take care of what's not yours, because that ecosystem of GW belongs to all of us. We've given you such opportunities. Be mindful of the people that brought you there. Anyways, guys, I love you all. Marco for mayor, defending your interest, whether it's in gaming, whether it's in politics, whether it's in TCGs, whether it's in wherever. I know somebody asked me, I should do football. I used to be a huge football fan. Maybe we'll talk about that a little later once we start getting into the playoffs. I'm rooting for the Jets because I love Aaron Rodgers. I'm rooting for the Chargers always because I love that football team. And I'm also rooting for the Las Vegas Raiders, man. I hope they do good this year. Anyways, guys, I love you all. Marco for mayor. Defending your interest always. And yes, I like the Cowboys too. Don't freak out, everybody out there. Oh, you don't like the Cowboys? Oh. You know what? I'll tell you this. The Cowboys are the bane of my existence because the Cowboys beat my all-time favorite football team twice. Okay? The Bills. Boy, I love losing Super Bowls, right? And it was one of the greatest teams ever. Kelly, Lofton, you name it, BB, Thurman Thomas. I loved all those guys, okay? Anyways, we could talk football some other time. I love you all. Marco for mayor. Have a beautiful weekend.